We're so thankful that you guys have come to our beautiful city, Dubai. Molly Parker, Toby Stevens, in town for Comic-Con, obviously. But of course, to promote Lost in Space, which is out in a week's time from now, April 13. Congrats on becoming the Robinson family.
Thanks.
That's huge. 10 episodes coming out at the same time as well, which is great for me because I'm a massive Netflix binger.
Yeah, you can just binge it
I absolutely love it. So that day's locked out for me. I'm done. But yeah, this must have been when you guys were handed the script, or if you were called by your agent. You know, what were you thinking? What did you just think? Oh, this is it.
Yes, it's work.
Well, yes, it's work. That always is the first thought. But I hadn't seen the original, so I knew about it, and I knew there was a robot and some kind of, slightly cheesy sets.
Yeah.
And
it was the 60s.
It was the 60s, but I hadn't really watched it. So when they approached me and I read the script, before I read the script, I was actually thinking, not sure this is such a good idea, but the script was really engaging, and it's like you're writing the action right away, and it's really at the heart of it is this family. So
yeah, I was surprised when I read it as well how the family were written, that it was a very modern family. It wasn't like the original where it was such an apple pie American clean, squeaky clean family. It was a real family that had its dysfunctions, not kind of depressingly so, but it was just like a normal family. But also that the women were so strong as well, which I found really refreshing. The girls are really strong and punchy and incredibly capable. And Maureen is this matriarchal woman who's running the show, really.
Yeah. Did you guys draw upon any of your own families?
We're both parents, and we actually both have boys, the age of the boy in the show, of Will Robinson. So, absolutely. It was, that part's easy.
You could just play mum and dad easily then, just came naturally.
Well, I think the thing that came most naturally was the fact that, it's easy to put yourself into a position where because they're in peril the whole time. And that sense of, even when children aren't in peril, you're very protective of them.
Yeah.
So you can put yourself quite easily into that situation of them being, and what you would feel like if it were your own children. You know what I mean? So that the stakes are really high and real all the time. Otherwise, people don't care. You know what I mean? You want them to believe and care that this family is really in trouble.
But that's the sort of irony of working on the show, is that it's such a fun, big, adventure to watch. But for us, we spend every second trying to save our children from imminent death, So by the end of the day, you're just like, oh man, I'm exhausted.
Wiped out.
But I have to I can't save another child today.
My adrenal glands are totally empty.
And you said you both have sons, so you come home and they'd be like, Mum, Dad.
Yeah, well,
I've parented all day. Okay, just get your own dinner.
Exactly. I'm done with parenting.
Yeah.
We're so lucky actually, because the kids on the show, these young actors who are on the show, are just amazing kids, and that's not always the case. Working with kids can really be difficult.
Well, they say kids and animals. It's just a no-no.
Yeah. But because it's usually the parents, to be completely honest. But these kids are they're so.
Laughing in agreement.
I know. Oh no, it's a fact.
Yeah.
But these kids are brilliant, and come from these really sort of great families, and so it's quite fun to work with them. They're not Hollywood kids. They're just like real kids.
Really refreshing because they got this. They had this great energy that they bring to the set.
Yeah.
Where we've been doing this for a while, you get a bit jaded. You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, this spacesuit is killing me.
Exactly, moaning about everything, and then you got these kids who are just so enthusiastic and so excited about it, and it's sort of infectious.
Yeah.
It's the same as life, isn't it? Like you get a bit older and you're like, oh, Christmas, oh, Easter.
Right.
And children are involved, and you're like, Christmas.
I know.
It makes sense.
It's the same with life and work.
Yeah.
So when you guys were on set, where was it? It was filmed in Los Angeles.
No, sadly, it was
Of course.
space that looks quite a lot like Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, so close to your.
I grew up there actually, so it was great for me because my family's there. I live in LA, but would sort of go back and forth, and my son would come back and forth. Further from home for Toby,
I
that's
live
for
in
sure.
London, so my family came out for a while, learned how to ski, which was great for them.
Yeah.
But I think it's Vancouver is spectacularly beautiful, but it rains for about like how many months of the year?
The winter is rain.
So, and we were on location a lot. I mean, a lot out on
yeah.
the mountains and stuff like that.
Glaciers
It's quite
and-
remote,
Yeah.
which we really didn't think was on the.
No, I
on
mean,
the car. We thought we were
you
gonna be in
take a
studio.
sci-fi show, you think you're going to be in
Inside
front of
a
a green
spaceship.
screen the whole
Yeah.
time, dry and
Yeah.
Not
comfy.
on this one. We were out all the time in the driving rain.
Yeah.
And it was it was great.
But I mean, it makes it
great
look, the show actually has this cinematic quality, I think. And because of that, because they've landed on this planet that at first seems really hospitable. I mean, it's very much like Earth. And then slowly they start to learn that it's actually,
Gonna kill them.
yeah.
So when we watch it, and you guys look absolutely freezing, I'm going to be like, oh, Toby's really cold.
That wasn't acting.
That's not acting. He's actually cold.
I mean, I'm very good at cold acting. But I didn't need to work on that one.
So just to go back to the original for a moment, did you guys watch any of it?
Well, I did once we started. I mean, I looked at a little of it before, but once we started, I actually watched the entire first season with my boy.
Yeah.
And it's such fun. I mean, I get it, and I get it now having sort of really gone into it. But I think it wasn't, it wasn't particularly relevant probably for us as actors. It clearly was, something the writers really tried to bring forward the characters, but also just the fun and the adventure of the original.
Yeah.
But, it's 50 years ago. And I think, clearly this modern version of it needed to have evolved. And also audiences are so sophisticated now. I mean, even kids that, they're not going to care about these people unless they seem like real people, unless they seem like people they can relate to.
It's difficult because, you want to be loyal to the original fans of the series, although most of them are now sort of probably my age and older. But, you can't aim it purely for them. No. Because and you're never going to satisfy everyone in terms of they loved it for a particular reason. It was a part of their childhood that they remember so vividly. And we, as Molly says, we've moved on. TV is not what it was 50 years ago. It's so much more sophisticated. And also you go to the movies, you watch, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever. The CGI is incredible.
Yeah.
So it has to be on par with that to hold an audience now, especially with kids.
I think you're probably going to get an entire new audience that wasn't even really aware of the original.
I think that's right.
The original, and he doesn't know how to use the smart TV.
Right. He won't be watching it.
Exactly. It's going to be a younger audience.
I think that's actually that's a good point, because I think it's been long enough actually that you can remake it in a completely fresh way. Yeah. Without too much baggage.
What did your parents say when you guys told them?
My mum was, pretty appalled, actually. She was like, you're joking, because she had no idea what it was, or, that when she found out it was for Netflix, she was like, oh, right, that makes sense, because Netflix is, she understands that. But when I say it was Lost in Space, she was just
like, what are you doing, man?
What are you doing?
I didn't raise my son to be lost anyway.
But no, I think when she sees it, she'll get it.
She'll understand.
Yeah. Is there? Could you tell us one major difference?
It's a bit scary and exciting, and you do feel like these people are actually in real danger, but it's not dark in the way of, it's not like a dystopian idea of the future. It's not gritty and heavy, because it is a show for families. So, but I think that, what the writers really wanted was to create this like big adventure where you're sort of on the edge of your seat and you don't actually know what's going to happen next to these people.
I mean, I think that there's certainly there's a darkness in the fact that the stakes are real and this family is in jeopardy. And also it has its problems, this family. But in the end, it's aspirational, because it's about people trying to be better people, trying to figure out their problems. Not only just how do we get off this planet and survive, but also how do we survive as a family, and how do we how do we overcome obstacles that are in our life, personal or whatever. And I really like that, because in the moment we live in strange times. I mean, no time is ever kind of normal, but I mean, it's particularly dark at the moment. And, and also you turn on the TV and there's a lot of dark TV on there. And I think what this does is it treats an audience, respectfully, in like going, we're going to give you complexity, but we're also going to give you something that's aspirational and at heart positive. And I think we really need that at the moment, and there isn't much family TV around.
Fun without being
creative.
total escapism.
Well,
Right?
there are so many days where I'll be like, I'd be happy to be lost in space.
Right. Yeah.
Than be on Earth.
I'm just thinking now we'll be watching Lost in Space on Netflix, and then we'll just see like Elon Musk's car.
Yeah. Just,
Grant's a bit of
it's
version.
true.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh,
Yeah.
the times.
Yeah.
It is the times. It's a relevant show for now. I'm very glad they've brought it back.
Absolutely.
We've reinvigorated it, and we're so happy that you guys are the matriarch and the patriarch of the Robinson family. And we're so excited to see you guys next week on the screens.
Yeah.
Week.
Tune in.
I can't wait. Honestly,
Yeah.
that day is cancelled. And it's a Friday, so we're off work, so it's going to be great.
It's gonna be
Excellent.
perfect. Premiering worldwide April 13, Lost in Space. Molly Parker, Toby Stevens, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
generous with your
guys.
time. And enjoy Dubai.
Dubai
you.
92.